Hi, this is Anastacia from Phoenix Nightingale, A Healing Revolution. Here today to discuss with you the sacral chakra. As in the previous videos, it is the second chakra up from the bottom of the spine. And again, I'll show you this side view of the poster. So the sacral chakra is the second one up. And as you notice, it comes out the front of the body as well as the back. The back side of the chakra represents what we call will centers, and the front are the feeling centers of being. So when we talk about a chakra and it is not moving or there's something going on, there's a chance that that feeling side of being is being pushed down or not felt or suppressed in some kind of way. So the sacral chakra is orange in color, and it has to do with our relationship to the world. So, now we're like, okay, I'm in my root chakra, I'm a member of this family, okay, and then, what happens? They call it the terrible twos, right? Where patience is tested, but boundaries are being tested. People need to find out where they are, what their relationships with other people are, and they do it through testing those boundaries. If you are fortunate enough to grow up where your parents are aware of those things and you can create healthy boundaries and really nurture yourself, then again, you're very fortunate, because a lot of us in our societies are not. So once we grow up into adulthood, we have to learn through going through relationships and seeing how it works out and why. But knowing about your sacral chakra can help you navigate relationships. If you want to get into a relationship, or you're in a relationship where you're having problems, those types of things, it's good to know. Well, how do I relate to the world? Do I have value in the world? Am I allowed to share myself? Am I allowed to take time for myself, nurture myself, those kinds of things? The sacral chakra is represented by the water. And in the last video, I didn't really mention this, but Cindy did in hers with Archangel Ariel, where it's Mother Earth coming up. So the root chakra is all about that earth. The sacral chakra is all about water. Our kidneys, our bladder, our sex organs all reside in the sacral chakra area. So if you have something going on there where there's not a flow of it, they describe it as like the water can dry up or freeze up, where again, there's no movement there. There's no fluidity. There's no like, oh, okay, this is happening. I can just go with the flow. I can do this. I have healthy boundaries. It's funny, if you put water in a glass, it holds into that boundary, right? So there's a lot to discover relative to who we are in the world, how we flow in the world. What I love about the sacral chakra is that it represents our ability to desire. Some people in life, they just stop wanting for things because they don't really feel that they're going to get them. And this isn't always on a conscious level, it can be on an unconscious level. So they think, well, no, I'm certainly trying to do this or do that. But what happens is that they just don't seem to be able to access what they really want, and that will say that there's a block in that area. So I can say I desire, a new car or a home or whatever, but I'm too busy navigating the drama of my life to actually focus on anything that's going to get me those desires. A lot of times people feel because they don't deserve it, and it's because they weren't allowed to nurture themselves. And that could be for a variety of different reasons, one of which is our society doesn't really say, oh yes, please nurture yourself. It teaches us to not nurture ourselves, to overwork, and to continue to do things so that we get the approval of society, good grades, good at sports, go to college, all these goals that you have to do in order to have your value. But can you just embrace life and say, this is what I desire? Can I take my time? And when I, instead of eating food to pacify myself and all the pain I'm in, can I actually just sit here and taste and actually appreciate what was creatively made? The other thing about the sacral chakra is that it is the seat of creativity. Anytime that we want something, and this could be anything, but if I want to paint a picture, then I start to think about it. And I start to think, oh, this is what the picture would look like. And what do I have to do in order to make it look like that? I have to have this color paint or a brush or a canvas, and the creative process drives me to get those material things in order to make it manifest. And we do that, or have the opportunity to do that all the time, with a healthy sacral chakra. And again, there's different reasons why that might be impeded. There's different reasons why you might feel that it's not impeded, but then as you move on in your life, if you're doing personal growth, and you'll say, actually, this is really impeded. My own personal example is being codependent in relationships to different degrees. You know, probably from the outside, people wouldn't maybe necessarily think that about me. I don't know, maybe they would. But sometimes when you are codependent, people like that about you because they get to take a lot from you and you give a lot to them because it represents your personal value. You must stop this. And when you stop this, people don't like it because now you're not fulfilling their need, whatever it is that they're fulfilling with that. This is not a conscious choice. This is an energetic communication that needs to be brought into the conscious mind. It's not usually an easy path, but it's one that must be traveled if you want to have health and manifest the things you want in your life. So, studying the sacral chakra can give you a little bit of knowledge about why those things might be for you, what those relationships in your life look like. If you have a lot of people that martyr themselves for you so that you take care of them, bang, 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 that's a big one. So taking responsibility for that energy and say, well, I choose to relate to the world differently, and you just kind of create different boundaries where you don't allow those people to do that. You don't need to freak out on them or anything. It's just a matter of taking responsibility for that, realizing that if you create a boundary, it's not bad. It's just a matter of honoring yourself in that way. So I hope that this video helps you in discovering your relationship with the world and others. And as always, please subscribe to our channel so you can see when we put out new videos. And like this video, and please communicate any questions you may have so that I can create more information to answer those questions. And like this video, subscribe, and make sure to watch our next video where Cindy Berkowitz will come in and do another angelic reading relative to you, a message for you about your sacral chakra. Thank you.